in Glasgow. Nice to be out here. They were running out of raw meat backstage. Love being in Glasgow. Love being in Scotland. Part conversation, part puzzle. With always the threat of a headbutt. I'm Canadian of Scottish heritage, of course. Yeah. Do enjoy being in this part of the world, though. Nowhere else like it. You're the only people that will correct me on the pronunciation of my own name. Nice to meet you. My name's Craig. Pleasure to meet you, Craig. And if you're watching this and you haven't been to Scotland, and if you haven't been to Glasgow, get yourself up here. And there's something that everyone in this theater knows, but you won't know your first time in Scotland. If you come to Glasgow and you're on Sauchiehall Street at 2 o'clock in the morning, which if you come to Glasgow, you will be on Sauchiehall Street at 2 o'clock in the morning. And when you buy yourself a pizza, you will quickly find out that it's everyone's pizza. Go ahead, enjoy our pizza, fellas. My mother taught me never to argue with 5 guys wearing the same shirt. Nothing panics here. That's the great thing about the British public. Nobody panics here. I'm from a part of the world where people get emotional. But I wanted cream in my coffee. That's milk. What's happening now? And Jono grows to Land's End, the same reaction. Bit of a problem, don't let your face know. Oh, my hair's on fire. Bit of a negative development. You ever been around Americans when they freak out and there's no problem going on? I said pepperoni! Pizza before or something? You want someone to hop that counter and show you how to flip pizzas back there? You want that going on right here, right now? Jesus, man, we were hungry and now we're running from the cops. Always love a good British reaction. Hey, we could remove the mushrooms ourselves. It's a little bit of free food as far as I'm concerned right there. You are looking at breakfast. My hair's on fire. I just love the fact that you don't help anybody out that's not from here. You know, everybody gets into this place and you got all the same game to play. You know, there's no speed limit signs on the motorways. I don't know if you've noticed the fact that you don't bother to put up any signs to inform anyone who perhaps wasn't born among you. As to what speed maybe they should be traveling. You know, we're gonna try and figure out from how everyone around us is driving what the speed might be. If you were to drag anybody from another country out of their car and just ask them at the side of the road, what do you think the speed limit is? I don't know, 110? Is it 110 here? During the day, maybe 100 at night? I don't know, what is it? Surprise me. 70! What a surprise, wow. The one speed no one's doing, that's the one you chose. Good for you. I love the fact that you don't bother to put up speed limit signs, but you've got a camera every 40 feet. And clearly nobody gives a crap about that. I've never lived among such defiance. That's what I'm telling you. I've never lived among so many people that can actually say, I don't care anymore. I can't believe I still have a license. It's my car, but whose plates? I wonder whose plates they might be. It's the angst that I love about you, the British angst. Everybody here's got a bit of I love it. It's what Canadians have none of. I don't know if you've been there. I think I hear a parade. Oh, it's only an ice cream truck, everybody. Stand down. The nation I represent. If you thought the Swedes were a pack of weenies, and if you didn't, go ahead and visit Stockholm for a couple of days.
We invented the cheese cutter first.
Take your own life. The Swedes wind me up something fierce. They probably don't react with the Scots in the same way, but for Canadians, they wind me up because they are the safest people on the planet. And I only know that because Canadians are the second safest people on the planet. And we've constantly got Sweden on the phone just trying to find out what the next safe thing we should be doing is.
Hi, Sweden, it's Canada again.
We're just sitting around the house trying not to hurt ourselves. Thought you might have another healthy tip or a pointer. If I were you, I would drive during the day with my lights on. Sounds like a great idea, Sweden. We will implement that as law immediately. For 20 years, I've been driving during the day with my lights on by law. And I brought that little habit to live among you for the last 12 years in the UK. And I'll tell you, I've never lived among so many generally mild-mannered people who will get so infuriated with me for simply driving during the day with my lights on. I'm talking every second car. Your lights are on, what the hell's wrong with you? You have lights on, can you see that? And he had sunglasses on! It drives you out of your mind. I've actually had a pedestrian, whether or not you want to believe this is true in my life. I had a guy on foot when I was stationary in traffic physically assaulting my vehicle. Your lights are on! No! It's the day! That's the sun! It's behind a cloud, but it's on! Couldn't be a more spectacular place to perform comedy. Pleasure to see you, Glasgow. Have a nice life. Take care.